Pie and Ball Feyenoord vs Benfica edition. Let's go! Once again, we're back in Europe and back in the Netherlands. Our very own Pat returning us to Rotterdam for Feyenoord's pre-season visit by Benfica. We hopped on the first of two trains at Leiden Centraal, heading towards Den Haag Hollandspoor, putting on our best running shoes to just about make the connection headed for Rotterdam, jumping off right outside the Stadion Feijenoord, more commonly known as the Kuip. As for Scran, it was a Dutch football delicacy, patatje speciaal. And yes, I know I've probably murdered the pronunciation of that, but anyway. A cone of chips topped to the brim with mayo, curry sauce and raw onions. Absolutely unreal Scran. After scoffing those down, we passed through the turnstiles and entered the stadium's grounds, making our way up to our seats, with this tifo up to commemorate any Feyenoord fans that had passed away recently. A lovely touch by the home supporters. Shortly afterwards, the game was underway in Rotterdam. Feyenoord scored early via Igor Paixão, the Brazilian giving the home side the lead after just 12 minutes. A blistering start to the game for the Dutchman. The level of noise following the goal for a pre-season game was simply quality. Huge shout out to the Feyenoord faithful. And things only went from good to better for them, as the ever-brilliant Santiago Jimenez doubled the Dutch side's advantage on 34 minutes played. The Mexican more than seemingly setting a precedent for the incredible season he's been having so far. Feyenoord's brilliant start to the game was reflected in the halftime score, leading 2-0 at the interval. And after a short break, the game was back underway in Rotterdam. The home side looked absolutely destined to make it 3-0 at the beginning of the second half, with chance after chance just about going begging for them. This chance for Jahanbash was the pick of the bunch, just rolling wide. But just as football's sod's law always goes, Benfica responded with a late goal of their own, Hetar Musa making it 2-1. But even in spite of the Portuguese side's late burst, Feyenoord's faithful were class throughout, singing to their heart's content, helping their team over the line for a final score of Feyenoord 2, Benfica 1. Man of the match for this game was a tough one due to the number of subs, but we'll go for Igor Paixão, opening the scoring and having a decent game for his team. As for ratings, it was a fairly average game of football that nowhere near matched the great crowd, same as last time for the ground of course, and some great scran to accompany it too. Overall, 8 out of 10 for this one. Want to see a Pie and Ball episode about your team? Don't forget to tag them in the comments down below. And remember to check us out on Instagram and YouTube. Links can be found via our account page. See you next week, lads.